your first alert weather.
Yeah, it's been a pretty nice day for most of eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. The only exception to this being in Yellowstone and parts of Grand Teton National Park. As I take you live to Old Faithful, you got some dark clouds coming in here. This stuff spilling in from the north, and we've been seeing a few spotty sprinkles in the park, especially as you get into northwestern Wyoming and southern Montana. And some of this also getting into West Yellowstone, Montana. But for the Snake River Plain, gorgeous, and temperatures right now at 66 in Idaho Falls with light winds out of the south at 7 miles an hour. And it's pretty dry out there. Humidity's at 38%. There's a chance to see some areas of fog tonight, but I'm not looking for much. We are expecting to pull in some drier weather for Friday and Saturday with a few of these storm clouds just kind of brushing by the region. As you're getting up to Cody and Billings and areas near West Yellowstone, we could see some lightly scattered sprinkles in that direction. But otherwise, it's just dry as high pressure continues to strengthen through the northwest here, moving that jet stream further to the north and to the northeast. You still got stormy weather there up towards Minnesota and Wisconsin, but locally here, we're bringing in the high for Friday and Saturday. That again moves the jet stream back into British Columbia and Alberta, and that's setting us up here for some very dry weather, not just locally, but for the entire western half of the United States. This is a pretty strong ridge of high pressure that's going to stick around for Saturday and Sunday as it slowly migrates across Idaho, heading up towards Montana and Wyoming. So that's the weekend forecast, and then as we get towards Monday and Tuesday of next week, some changes roll through, and we will see dropping temperatures and a few rounds of wet weather. Here's a look at the Vipercast tonight. A few clouds around the Continental Divide, but generally it's going to be a dry forecast heading in here for Friday, and we're not going to see a lot of clouds out there. In fact, it's going to be mostly sunny with just maybe a few high-level clouds, and then we'll see more of this for Saturday. A beautiful weekend from the mountains to the valleys, and that's going to be the general outlook moving forward into Sunday. Monday, we start to see some changes as we chip away at the ridge of high pressure, and late Monday into Tuesday, then we welcome in some stormy weather from the west coast, and some showers will grace us with cooler temperatures for the middle of next week. But for tomorrow and this weekend, we have temps in the 60s and 70s, southwest winds of 5 to 10 miles an hour, and a chance of showers starting on Tuesday. If you're going to Yellowstone, we're looking at partly cloudy skies tomorrow, lows back to about 30 degrees, and we're getting those temps in the 50s tomorrow. Elsewhere, we got 66 for Montpelier, 64 for Lava, and a high of 70 tomorrow for Preston. Highs in Rexburg will aim for the upper 60s tomorrow, mid-60s in Jackson with a low of 33 there for tonight, and 63 in Island Park. Jackson's 8-day outlook, sunshine and warm temperatures for this time of the year, with highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s on tap this weekend, and we're pulling in those showers and thunderstorms for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Yeah, we could still see a couple thunderstorms, but generally it's going to be a cool and soggy outlook there for the middle of next week, with a high of 69 for the Saturday in Rexburg and a high of 70 for Sunday. Lows back to the upper 30s. As we go to central Idaho, we're going to hit a high of 63 in Arco, but the lower 70s for Salmon and Challis, with numbers back to lower 40s tonight. And here's your Salmon 8-day forecast, warming up nicely towards the mid to upper 70s this weekend. Very close to 80 for Sunday afternoon. Back into the Snake River Plain, Idaho Falls should get to about 68 tomorrow. Blackfoot's at 69, 70 in Pocatello, and the upper 60s for Aberdeen. Here's your 8-day forecast in Blackfoot. Highs will be around 70 for Saturday, 72 for Sunday, and we watch out for those cool and frosty overnight lows with numbers drifting back into the upper 30s at night. Pocatello, 73 for Saturday, 75 and 76 for Sunday and Monday. Monday's the warm before the storm because, yes, we see temperatures tumbling back down to the 50s by this Wednesday of next week. Idaho Falls, a high of 70 for Saturday, 71 for Sunday, and then the numbers are tumbling back down to the 60s for Tuesday, falling back down to the 57 mark for Wednesday afternoon with some rounds of wet weather both Tuesday and Wednesday. Not a ton of rain in the forecast, but enough to darken the skies and bring down those numbers for the middle of next week. Eric, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Michael. Up next, a big weekend of hockey is coming up at the Mountain America Center. We'll tell you about the Spud Kings and Idaho State Bengals home openers next on Sportsline.
First